Hello, hello, and welcome back to another day of Catan. I am Schloopity, and we'll be playing some 1v1 games. Sitting at 1575, got a long road ahead of us, so let's jump into it. Well, there's not much ore, so the 5-8-10 is of interest, but there's a lot of good stuff on this board. Not much sheep either, and the 5-6-9 is pretty strong. It's always gonna be. And we can get either more road building with wheat and kind of just pop off into like a high production port game. Pick up something around here. The thing is, if we take away the 5-6-9, how does he get the brick and sheep, right? And then we have like multiple outs. Even if he takes 8-5-10, 8-5-10, yeah, we still have 8-4-3 into just 6-4-9. Alright. I feel pretty good about that. Let's just play it safe, pointing towards one ore, and also a 3-1 port, so we can channel some of this production towards something useful. I don't know, the 5-9-10, or the 5-9-6 can often be a trap, you know, it's such a good balance. It's the strongest almost of everything, and the sheep is rare. There's plenty of wheat to get on the way back. There's low ore anyway, so I feel good about kind of, you know, prioritizing a port and production game over trying to push the ore. His road building is pretty fantastic as well, but it is just the one source of each. We share the brick. If I take the 8-4-3, build into the 6-9-4, surely I can get there faster than he can, like, double road. We might get pushed out of the ore this game. But he's got not enough sheep. Surely we can come into here and close that gap, and he doesn't take that away from us either. We've got slightly higher production than him. This 8-4-3 into the wood port exists, but it's not enough wheat, and we leave too much of this side of the board exposed. I'll just take this. He's kind of going to be hurting for ports. Like, he has the brick port, but it's not anything crazy. Do we just cycle into here? Does he ever get here? 1-2 faster? I don't know that it's even the play necessarily, because he just builds onto here. Like, we have the plow. I'm just gonna get onto the secondary wheat source. I don't think the plow is like all that important. I think it's a better use of our resources to just get here and here, if a 9 would roll. I really don't want him getting into here, though. We just need 4, 5, and 9. There's that. If we could get a 7 off, that'd be excellent. That was a pretty fast city, I'll say. Okay. We're going to hit that. I hope that the 7s are a little kind to us. We need to get onto a port because we don't have ore. We could try to run over here, but I think the port gets us the city faster than the single 10 settlement. We want to keep it blocked anyway, right? The wood port is good for him. I guess that would have been a reason for the cutoff, is to deprive him all this extra wood. I should have given that greater consideration. Oh, that I don't care about that. These 11s are coming in for him, but hey, the 12 shows up for us. All right. We just need a little bit of something here. That is a little bit of something. Okay. Well, he got to the port faster than I would have liked. I think we're just going to take this settle. I can't be waiting around all day for the 9 to roll. And now we've got, like, a lot of production. So does he, though. He's just straight up got a city on us, which is not great. I don't know how this got away from us so fast. I'm hoping the rebound happens here. But if all of our 9s just start rolling in now that it's blocked, that'd be pretty gross. With not, like, blocking him off of this, I was just concerned that we use our 2 roads, and then we don't get to, like, this spot before he's able to run in and steal stuff. I don't know, it just didn't feel that amazing. I'll hit the 8s. It's always good. If he just has the 1 knight, I know the ore is, like, precious, but okay. Always the starter VP. Non-knight is for him, though. Okay. We have to make do with this. Yeah, I'd like to have been on the ore in some way, but it's okay. Now we're just another couple rolls off the city, and that's when we really start cooking. The 11s are not it, though. He could have a mono, but the risk of 7ing out is, like, pretty high if I just hold. And that's the city, if he doesn't steal our ore. The 3-1 helps his cause a lot. Nice. Okay, now hopefully we'll be able to start fighting on devs as we build stuff along the way. He could have a road builder, but it's pretty unlikely considering he, like, manually built those roads. This is risky, but I think our game kind of depends on it. Can he do it? Can he plow us? He'd be giving up the port. It'd be his last settlement. It's totally worth it if he can, though. Ah, he does have the mono. Okay. Well. I mean, we drew a VP, they drew a mono. I don't... Maybe the setup was bad, maybe I needed to be on the ore. Just feels kind of unlucky, you know? Yeah, I think that kind of just kills our game. Like, we had maybe a shot at a comeback, but I think those days are gone. Yeah. Alright, the second VP solidifies it. Man, the number of games that I have gotten... I think this is my 4th game this season where I've drawn 2 starter VPs. Really, really hurts. Yeah. I mean, the road is a mess, but it doesn't really matter at this point. Oof, yeah, okay. And now we can't keep ourselves unblocked, so we definitely lose here. Unfortunate game. I still like the 5-6-9 because of, you know, the scarcity of the sheep, but maybe it was like the 9-10-11. I don't know. I wouldn't have been able to compete with their road building. I guess I could have probably still secured this, but then all of this is like up in limbo after. I wonder what went wrong here. So I had the decision to like double road here in the beginning to like plow them. And it just didn't feel like it did much for my game, right? But it got them onto the wood. That fueled a lot of their wood port. I was just worried if I like drop the 2 roads here, then that's most of the materials in my hand. And the 9 still took like forever to roll after that point. So there was a pretty serious risk of just like, he's on the sits and 8. Those pop off. I'm not on an 8 that gives me like road building materials. So he could just like outbuild and take over while I was concerned about a spot that didn't matter, you know? I get that settle down, and then we just have the one single source of wheat that, if the knights are unlucky, gets blocked out and we can't build any further, and he takes over the board. I don't know that the plow there is the right move. Maybe it is, but I think there's some solid reasoning for not doing it. I don't know. Let's take a look at the stats. Yeah, so the 9... drastically underperformed. It slowed down some of our settles in the beginning, not by a whole lot, but it kind of made us, it didn't help with devs. Not having ore definitely didn't help. The starter VP hurt a lot. Them getting the monopoly for the plow was also pretty catastrophic. I think if we get this spot, we still have a fighting chance, and then we just wrap and keep like doing port stuff for devs in cities. Sevens were even, but they got up a super fast city. Yeah, with the powerful 10 there. They had just as many sheep rolls as us, basically, on the 11. That's kind of funny. Alright, unfortunate game. I definitely like your guys' opinions on that one. I think, I don't know, maybe the 8-4-3 is not the secondary pick. Like, of all the decisions this game, maybe that's it. I don't know, it felt pretty strong though. High production, multiple sources of everything into a 3-1. Their position just exploded right out the gate and became unstoppable. I don't know, definitely give me your opinions. I think we got a bit unlucky with the dice and devs, but I definitely had some questionable choices there. So, alright, on to the next one. Well, this sits 5-10 looks pretty good. Onto the ore port and strong sheep. Doubles up our weak brick. We've got lots of wheat to choose from. Some of it even comes with sheep that we're lacking. 8-5-3, 8-4-3 is not bad. But I'm willing to play like 10-9. And am I willing to play 10-9-3? I think so, because we get into better wheat with it. I'm not going to be greedy though. I'm just going to go down to the sheep that we might be lacking, strengthen our brick, get on a port. I think we're playing OWS more than anything here. I'll take this 9-4-11 maybe. I don't want to give them that expansion though. I could probably build into it and beat them with the starter ship, with the starting sheep. Have the 9. I'd rather have the 5 so we're less blockable, but if something like this does happen, it's not like guaranteed that we beat them to this spot, but I think our chances are decent. I don't know. We'll have to see where they place. I do feel good about the wood. It's kind of rare on this board. I think we're going to be sharing it though, so at least it won't be blocked. Yeah. Paired with this. Anything else is probably too slow. Okay. They're starting without the wheat, which is interesting. Is it this 9-4-11? Branch up, try to get one of these two spots. The issue is that they definitely beat us on road building and kind of everything else once they get cooking. Surely we beat them here, since they have to 4-for-1. And then they're just kind of crowded off of the wheat. We need some 10s to show up. They showed up last game for our opponent, so I'm really hoping here. I mean, we're probably going to settle on that first, so I am 100% dropping this road. There's a world in which, like, they get a road builder before, you know, they can actually get the settle down, and then push all the way through, and I don't want to be blocked off of that. We're not building anywhere else first that matters as quickly. There we go. They don't have the 4-for-1 for it, do they? No. Okay. Alright, that is huge. That delays them by quite a lot. And now we have enough wheat to pair with this. Hopefully we get down a fast city. I'm at 9. I'm just going to drop it. Give me a sits before the 7. I'll take the 7 out. Okay. I'll definitely take the 7 out. Alright, super short game. Yeah, this was strong. This was, like, too slow. I think instead of, like, trying to race me up here, you just go down maybe to the brick port so that you technically have, like, multiple wheat. But even then, you don't have enough sheep. It's a tricky one. 5-6-10 is definitely a very strong starting spot. I think they needed to just lean more heavily into the OWS build in some way. 9-4-2 into the wood port, maybe. Try and get something around there. I don't know. We definitely had the advantage going first and played it correctly, I believe, just prioritizing this. The city, who knows? Maybe I could have waited a little more. We have a lot of wheat, but in the end, I think we played it adequately. Yeah, the 10s to start made all the difference. I think they were pretty close to like 4-for-1ing to get this spot, so that 10 was pretty clutch. That was a pretty short game. Let's get in a third and hopefully go 2 out of 3. Whew. Both of these spots are pretty choice, and the 9-5-10 breaks them up. 9-5-10 might be a little slow. No, they've got enough. Okay, so they do leave us the 5-8-10, which I couldn't be happier about. And no other starting roads, which means we can just keep them off of the ore. I mean, they can build on the 8-4-3, actually. Alright, so 8-5-10, I think, is just a given. Sits 4-3 isn't terrible, especially with the proximity of the wood port that we build into more sheep for. We share the 5 of sheep, so it's not like they're going to be pressing us off of it. The 8-4-3 is a very strong pickup for them, though. It might just be better than our setup. Okay, well, we take this, and I think we just have to keep them off of here and then play kind of a coastal game. Go into more of the wood here. Get the wood port fast. We just don't have enough brick, but we'll pitch some more up here, which again is a shared tile. They are going to be very strong with the 8-4-3. Undeniably so. Wheat port will put in some work. It'll be a good game. I think we both have strong setups, and I think those are the most fun. Fortunate for us that our starting settlement kind of helps with the one weak spot in our build, which is the brick. If we can just drop this and then get a lucky 10. Ooh, a lucky 3. Instant city. That would be amazing. Pointed down, which I didn't quite expect. I guess I'm just covering this 10 then. Yikes, it's a city very quickly. We're both waiting on the 5 to really do much of anything. I'll hit that 4. Absolutely nasty that I have to do this, especially we're like behind on 7s. But I can't use the brick. Do we just get the settle down? I think it helps us build quickly. I don't like doing this. I wish a 5 had just rolled. That would have been nice. Yeah. And steals the ore. Okay. But if we can get a couple more rolls, go into here, diversify our wood, pick up another little bit of sheep. Is he gonna beat us to it? That would be terrible. Oi. Man, this game is not going for us either. The early distribution of the 7s and dice rolls just weren't quite up to snuff. Thankfully, now, if we get a 5, we might have a chance of beating him there. I can't risk dropping the road, though. We're just going to have to hold. The 5 hasn't rolled yet this game, which is... There we go. Okay, we get it on the turn that we needed it. Now we have the coordinated 9s for roads as well. Hopefully we won't miss out on another 10. The 4s have been heavily supplying them with everything they've needed. We are super far behind on both the city and dev race here. Which we have the same production of ore, but it just came down to what rolled. Oh, hey! It's always nice to meet a viewer. Okay, hopefully they don't have too many knights here. We only have 1 settle left. We gotta come down here towards the wood port. No knight. Interesting. Is that a wheat mono then? Alright. They get the settle down, but... Oh, do have the knight. Please don't steal the sheep. Nice. We'll take that. That's not bad either. Okay, and if we can get a non-knight here, drop the settle and maybe start getting some 10s in for the city, that would be marvelous. Good block. Okay, I do still have to worry about the mono, so we're just doing this immediately. With the sheep port and our only source of ore, knight in hand, I don't think there's any other city that even really warrants discussion here. I would love to get this wood port up and running. Please still just a wood. Everything else is a little gross here. The fact that he's not on a port still gives us some hope. That was nice. Okay. Okay. Things are looking up. Oh, just can't go a turn without being back in the fire. I really want to get this spot as well. They're probably prioritizing the port, but... That's a dev. That hurts so much. I guess that's our next city? Or maybe this spot? It makes the 6 and 9 just whatever card we want. It's basically like citying both of these. Gets us on the 2, maybe the 2 matters. Well, we have it for free here, so let's just take it, and then hopefully that'll catapult us into the city with the Yop, yeah? We just need 6, 4, 9, 8, 5. Any of those will do. They are buying devs at a frightening rate, and our road is no longer perfect. I think this makes a lot of sense. If the 2 does pop, it's huge, but mostly these are just kind of free cards now. The consistent blocking of the 10 has done quite a number on our game. If he wants to hit this wheat port, though, he will have to also ugrify his roads like we have. It's probably still just the 4. Alright. Hopefully we can get some helpful devs here. Road builder is not very helpful right now. The 7 is. At least we get another pop in. VP. We are just allergic to knights. Yeah. Man, another game where we just can't really draw a knight. Feels pretty bad. I don't know. I thought the sheep and wood ports would get us there, but the 5 didn't really roll. What can we do with this road builder? Get onto the 3-1, I guess? We're kind of already ported up. But we don't have, like, any clean expansion spots. I think the dev race is a little more important right now. Like, every turn that my 10 is blocked, I just die inside. I think a lot of this came down to the early rolls that, you know, the lack of the sheep and not being able to pop devs or settle easily just led to a bad timing of when we settled. We were very pluckable. We were very blockable at the time. Let's at least give him a road. Give him a run on road. Could be very close to winning here, though. Yep, that'll do it. Unfortunate. I felt pretty good about both of those games. The first and third one here. I mean, nothing like crazy out of the ordinary here. The 10 definitely rolled plenty, but we were just blocked out of it the entire game. 11-2. We actually rolled more 7s, but they just didn't amount to anything. Kind of a rough set of games there. Lost 2 out of the 3. The 9-5 sits was definitely a strong starting spot, but I didn't feel bad about ours. I didn't really see an effective way of blocking him. We have to take the 8-5-10. It's simply non-negotiable. And then there's not much more ways of, like, being disruptive. Because the 8-4-3 exists, but we sort of have to go into here, don't we? And again, I felt like it was pretty strong. He got the super, super fast city because of the 4s. And then dice and dev distribution, once again, just didn't quite go our way. Unless I'm missing something here. I definitely muddied up the road a bit. I don't think that was anything that, like, necessarily cost us the game. I mean, they already had it by a pretty wide margin. Dour set of games. But that's okay. You know, sometimes you have those losses and just gotta make them up. Thank you guys so much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed that video. If you're playing ladder alongside me, I do wish you the best of luck, and take care, everyone. I'll catch you in the next one.